Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary Series, and Kaladesh has come to Magic the Gathering Online. Unfortunately, that means that the video I was going to upload today is now completely irrelevant, so I'm doing this emergency video so that I can try and get something out by the end of the day. Ooh! Stitcher's Graft onto a Hanweir Garrison. Well, he's wide open for it, so that's going to be a total of 7 damage. Kills off Saheeli Rai, one of the new Planeswalkers. Scry 1 deals 1 damage to each opponent. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature you control, except it's an artifact in addition. Gains haste and then exile at the next end step. Search your library for 3 artifact cards with different names, put them onto the battlefield, and shuffle your library. Thought-Knot Seer. So the other side looks like he is playing a Temur-style aggro deck. Duskwatch Recruiter, Kozilek's Return. And he lost Elder Deep Fiend. No, he's running Temur Emerge. It's just he's running a few cards that you don't typically see. He's going for a much more aggressive creature-focused deck than the typical Emerge deck. Duskwatch Recruiter, Spire Bluff Canal, one of the new lands. Unfortunately, his Hanweir Garrison is tapped and he doesn't really want to lose it, so he's waiting for some way to either untap it or, get the Hanweir battlements so that he could transform it. Reality Smasher coming in for 5. And to be perfectly honest, he's at 19, so, take the 5 damage, go down to 14. It's not really that big a deal at this point. Alright, the Garrison is now untapped again. And he's going straight into combat. Unfortunately, he top-decked a land. And attacking all in except for the Duskwatch Recruiter. Blocking one of the 1/1s and taking 8 to the face. He's down to 10. Second main phase. Equipping to the Duskwatch Recruiter, which is going to kill the Hanweir Garrison. And then using his ability to look at the top 3. I'm really curious what the card... Oh, Combustible Gearhulk. Nice! A new card, and honestly, I realize that it's not the best Gearhulk in the cycle, but for me, it's my favorite. I just love the idea of, are you going to let me draw 3 cards, or are you going to take the converted mana cost of the top 3 cards and damage? Oh... Thought-Knot Seer gets rid of it. But now we know Kozilek's Return is in his hand, and that really doesn't help him. If it was in his graveyard and he was able to cast something, colorless so that he could trigger the 5 damage, then it would be worthwhile because that would clear the entire enemy board. But as it stands, it's not at all helpful. But Duskwatch flips to the Crawlin' Horde Howler, so now it's a 6/6. And passing the turn. And same for the other side, which is, I'm trying to think, is it just a... it looks like it's just an Izzet artifact deck. Reality Smasher from the Temur side. Honestly, I was not expecting to see that. I mean, Reality Smasher is a good card, but you're committing yourself to running something that makes colorless mana just to play this card. But swinging in for 5. The other side's at 10. If he takes the 5 damage, he'll go down to 5. He's going to chump block with one of the Thought-Knot Seers. And respond. With Kozilek's Return. So he's going to guarantee a kill. He gets rid of all the 1/1s. So it'll be a trade. And for a second there I was like, what are you up to? And then passing back to the other side. You know, it's too bad that he didn't have another mana open, otherwise he could have taken advantage of that and Kozilek's returned his again. The Howler would have survived, and he would have killed off the other Thought-Knot Seer. But now it's really coming down to who can draw better cards first. And at the moment, Temur has a sizable card advantage. When you think about it. You know, even in the situation where it's only one card, that's still quite a big deal when your board state is pretty much a stalemate. Throws out the Kozilek's Return. With another Kozilek's Return. Killing off the Thought-Knot Seer. No response from the other side. The Howler's going to flip back. And to be perfectly honest, in this situation, the Duskwatch Recruiter is much more helpful. Because if you don't have anything to play, 3 mana could get you a card that you can play. Okay, another land. Gyreach Sanitarium. Going into combat. Nope, not going to attack. He's going to hold back. And I don't blame him. Then it's going to flip. And he's going to activate it before it flips. He does have mana to do it twice if he wants to. And no cards into their hand, but he chooses not to use it again. But now he's got a 6/6 versus a 5/5. Ooh, Izzet's firing off something pretty big. That's 6 mana. Drowner of Hope. That could be the game. Taps down the Krellin Horde Howler, gets in for 5 with the Reality Smasher. Whenever a creature attacks, it doesn't untap. Okay. And then he's just going to use the Gyreach Sanitarium. Discarding Aether Meltdown and Hanwer Battlements. Now, Meltdown is a pretty good card. I'm not exactly sold on it yet, but, you know, for 2 mana, you get 2 energy and you kind of neutralize a creature. I mean, imagine if that were on one of these 5-power creatures. They'd be down to a 1. Or on the Howler, for example, he'd be down to a 2. And if it flipped, it'd be down to a 1. You know, for 2 mana, that's a pretty good deal. Okay, another Gyreach Sanitarium play. Glimmer of Genius discarded, along with Wandering Fumarole. Kiora, Master of the Depths. Don't see her very much anymore. Response from Izzet. Void Shatter. He says, no, I don't want you to have a Planeswalker at the moment. Not when I'm starting to gain some of the momentum back. It's just kind of lucky that he even had a counterspell in his hand because, you know, based on the cards that he's been playing, I would not have guessed that he had a counter. But with that gone, Temur concedes. And I guess I'm going to end the video there. You know, we got to see some new cards. You know, decks that are pretty similar to what we've seen before, but, you know, new cards. But that was, what do you want to call that? Izzet Control versus Temur Emerge. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I will see you in the next video.